I stand at the other end with him, and he's like, tickle one down to fine leg, and he'll say, yeah, he's a shit fielder. There's easy two there.
and he said something like, I know you've been checking my stats. You know I've got Birmingham League hundreds. There's one particular batsman, right? And he knows exactly which button to press. And we just said, not today, lads. We're not going to get involved. But well, 7 balls later, I find myself going, yeah. I literally went, man, I don't even know your name.
Anyone else before we move on to the next section?
I think just to kind of echo some of the stuff about Leamington, I think, they are a fun team to play against, and I think they've definitely got some characters. I think, I remember a couple of times when we've played against Leamington, and I've had John and non-strikers, and I literally, it's like therapy. He's telling me, don't get wound up, because I can't remember his name now.
I know exactly what you're on about.
I don't know if we should name it. I don't know if there's one particular batsman, right? And he literally knows exactly which button to press. And I remember standing at slips. We asked him, Shoaib, Andy Hamid, and Abdullah. We just said, not today, lads. We're not going to get involved in reacting to this guy. Well, 7 balls later, I find myself going, yeah. And I genuinely remember there was a game we played. I think it was a COVID season, right? And I vividly remember.
It was, yeah. I remember.
John was at non-strikers then, and I was bowling to him, and I felt like I had it right. As in, like, he couldn't get away, or I couldn't get him out, right? But he couldn't get away. He just kept blocking, he played missing, but he kept talking back at me, and I was like, if you're scoring once, fine. If you can't get a bat on it, shut up, right? So, but I remember walking back to my mark and John saying, "Let's keep calm, mate. Let's keep breathing. Don't let him get to you." And I was like, "He's really getting to me, John." He's like, "Don't let it get to us." And I was like, felt like a genuine therapy session. He has a great ability to get under anyone's skin, man. Like, he is a.
If I was to go, would that be the right one?
Yeah. He's also said, yeah, well, let's see if he makes a mistake. He's said, wait, let's see if he makes a mistake. No run. He's a crack. He's an absolute cracker.
Yeah. So
go on, John. Go on, mate.
So you guys are obviously on about Luke de Souza. Who,
I don't know, man. I don't know why you made that assumption, John. I didn't say his name.
Yeah,
I made that one. I've made that assumption because he is literally the only batter I have played with that looks to chirp fielders when he bats. I've honestly, I don't know anything like it. Like, I stand at the other end with him, and he's like, he'll tickle one down to fine leg, and he'll say, yeah, he's a shit fielder. There's easy two there. But he unfortunately he's not playing for us next year. So for reasons I don't know exactly, he's not playing for us next year. So we actually, all of our characters have left. So we're probably going to be losing our loosest tag. But yeah,
never.
Yeah,
mate, I've got to share a story from last year, right? So same game, we played at your place, and Slipcord just said, "Don't get involved, lads. No matter what he says, do not get involved." And he kept saying stuff like, "Wait there, let's see if he makes a mistake." And we're like, oh, it's really irking us to say something like, nope, nobody. That's literally it's a Slipcord, and nobody says a word. And after about 5 overs, I lost it. I was like, I just thought I'm just going to say something to him. And I was like, look, if you could concentrate on if you could spat as well as you speak, you'd be a really good player. And he said something like, I know you've been checking my stats. I know you've got, I've got Birmingham League hundreds. And I literally went, man, I don't even know your name. And then so this came out for 2-3 overs, right? And then Ali was bowling at him. Again, I don't know if he can display a spin or not, but he had him nicked off. Absolute dolly to me, right? And I shelled it. After giving him abuse for 5 overs, he nicks an absolute sitter, and I shelled it. And he just turned around and he looked at me and said, if you could catch how you could speak. I was like, I just need the ground to swallow me up right now. I was absolutely devastated. I mean, I got him out 2 overs later, but it wasn't the same thing.
Well, what about the game at your place where Adam Mahmood broke his thumb or whatever, and he came onto field for you?
Oh man,
that was one of the funniest things I've seen on a cricket field.
Oh,
you specifically asked me not to say, you can put anyone on the field.
I blame you. I blame you for that.
Look, Uzi, I didn't send him on purposely. I asked someone else, asked one of the young lads, and Luke said, "No, let me go, Skip."